Namaste everyone. Just a reminder that today being Sunday, we have the half-hour discussion at the end. So if you have any topics for discussion, any suggestions, you're welcome to propose. Okay. And if there are any questions now too, you can ask. It's time for us to begin. So as usual, let's begin with 3 ohms. Take a deep breath in. The usual disclaimer: when you attend this session here, you do so with the understanding that you are responsible for your own well-being. Life in Yoga and I do not take any responsibility for the outcome of what comes from your practice here. Please follow normal cautions of yoga so that you don't unintentionally hurt yourself. the best way to make sure you don't hurt yourself is to make sure that everything is done without strain, gentleness, and with smoothness. Smoothness and gentleness is directly correlated to how you breathe. As long as the breath is slow and long, with the exhalation somewhat longer than inhalation, then in that case you won't find any strain in whatever you do. So please keep that in mind. And also make sure the back is straight. So with that as the guidance, let's begin with the chakra vibrations. Bring your awareness to the perineum and focus on the perineum, pressing on the little finger with the thumb. We begin with Lam. Take a deep breath in. Lam.
Lam.
Lam. Lam.
Lam.
Lam. Release the finger and continue.
Lam.
Lam. Lam. Last time. Lam. Bring your awareness an inch or so above the perineum and pressing on the the ring finger with the thumb as you draw in at the area just behind the place where you urinate. We do Vam. Take a deep breath in. Vam. 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 Release the fingers and continue. Vam. 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 Bring your awareness behind the navel in the middle of the body, and as we draw in at the navel, we do Ram, pressing on the middle finger with the thumb. Ram. 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 Release the finger, continue. Ram. Bring your awareness in the middle of the chest, in between the breasts, and here we do Yam, pressing on the index finger with the thumb. Yam. Yum.
Yum. Yum.
Yum.
Yum.
Yum. Yum. Yum.
Yum.
Release the finger and continue.
Yum.
Yum. Yum. Yum. Now bring the awareness to the throat, and here we do hum, thumbs up, loose fist.
Hum.
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 Hum. Hum. Hum.
Hum.
Hum. Hum. Release the finger and continue.
Hum.
Now bring the awareness to the middle of the head, and there we do chum, thumbs up, loose fist. Chum. 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 Release the hands one last time. Chum. Top of the middle of the head, we do Om, thumbs up, loose fist. Now we go on to the happy face breathing, Ujjay Pranayama. So those of you who know it, please proceed. And those of you who need instructions, bring your awareness to the lowermost part of the mouth, focusing there, make a big smile. As the cheeks come out, you'll find a slight stretch in the bottommost part of the mouth. Focus there. And as you inhale and exhale in slow, long breaths, feel like the air is rubbing along the stretch. When you inhale, it'll feel like a mild sucking sensation. And when you exhale, it'll feel like a reverse sucking sensation. So please continue. Now, as you continue, you can do the shoulder exercises. Inhale, lift up the shoulders. Exhale, rotate it back and bring it down. And continue. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Let's now, as we inhale, stretch up your hand and look up. And exhale, bring the hand down in the same Ujjayi breath. Continue. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Now, we can go on to the neck exercises. As you exhale, gently tilt your head, bring one ear towards the shoulder. Inhale, come back. Exhale, tilt the head towards the other shoulder. Inhale, come back, and continue. Last exhalation. Inhale, come back up. Now we do the 4 directions. In 3 directions, we do the sound ah after taking a deep breath in. In the 4th direction, chin down, we do the sound like the m sound. So now, let's begin. Turn the head to the right with a deep inhalation. Ah. To the left. Ah. To the back. Ah. To the right. Ah. To the left. Ah. to the back. Chin to the chest. Now, let's again go to the second round, to the right. To the left. To the back. Chin to the chest. To the right. To the left. To the back. Chin to the chest. Third round, head to the right. To the left. To the back. Chin to the chest. We go 360 degrees around the neck. Inhale, half a circle. And exhale, complete the circle and continue. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Now we go in the reverse direction. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Now we stretch out the hands in front of us. Inhale, lift up the palms and stretch the fingers. Exhale, make a fist downward facing. Again, inhale and stretch. And exhale, down and continue. Now, inhale and stretch and hold it there. And mentally do the Ujjay Pranayama and at the same time mentally vibrate Haim Nam, Haim Nam, Haim Nam. Now take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, make a fist and bring the fist down, and we go around the wrist. Inhale half a circle and exhale, complete the circle. Last exhalation. Now let's go reverse. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Elbows in line with the shoulders. Go around the wrist. Inhale half a circle and exhale, complete the circle. As you inhale, open out the palms. Exhale, close the fist. Veer Arya, we are going around the wrist. So it is like we are going around the wrist, opening out like a flower and closing in. Easiest way is begin with the fist like this. Then go around the wrist, open the palms, and then exhale, bring it in. Last exhalation, let's go reverse. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Interlock the fingers, bring it behind the head. And as you exhale, twist to one side, inhale, come back. Exhale, twist the other way, inhale, come back. And continue. Last exhalation, inhale, come back. Get hold of the elbows behind the back. And as you exhale, pull on one elbow. Inhale, come back. Exhale, pull the other elbow. Inhale, come back. Continue. I said holding the elbow behind the back, it should be behind the head. Last exhalation. Inhale, come back up. Bring your hands behind the back. Get hold of the elbows. And as you exhale, twist to one side. Inhale, come back. Exhale, twist the other way. Inhale, come back. And continue. Last exhalation, inhale, come back. Get hold of your hips behind your back. And as you inhale, push on one side and make a backward arch. Exhale, come forward. Inhale, push on the other side and make a backward arch. And exhale, come forward. Continue the alternating motion. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Now we cross one foot over the other, hold the knee on the top, and pulling on the knee. As you exhale, bring it towards the opposite shoulder and turn the head the other way. Inhale, release, and exhale, pull and turn. Last exhalation, inhale, release. Now let's go on to the other side. Last exhalation, pull and turn, inhale, release. Now we can stand up and do the pelvic bend. We don't have time for other things. So bring your hands behind the back, get hold of the elbows, take a deep breath in, pull back the shoulders, Expand the chest, lift up the chin, and as you exhale, push out the butt and lean forward, keeping the chin up, shoulder pulled back. The feet are shoulder width apart, inside of the feet parallel to each other. Inhale and exhale into the stretch. Don't let your back bend. Chin up, shoulder pulled back. Even if you lean 5 degrees, that is fine, but don't bend the back. Keep the chin up. Slowly come up. Get hold of your hips and we'll just move around the hips so that the muscles are all loosened. Inhale and exhale, go around. Now let's go in the opposite direction. Now we can take a seat and we will go to the alternate nostril breathing. So each of you in your own way, you can do the alternate nostril breathing. And those of you who like to just simply keep your finger right at the hairline in the middle of your forehead, inhale and visualize it going up to that point. Exhale, feel it come down towards the feet. Now, after you finish the last cycle, we can go on to our Bhasrika Pranayama. Let's begin with exhalation. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 30. Exhale. 40. Exhale. 50. Exhale. 60. Exhale. 70. Exhale. 80. Exhale. 90. Exhale. 20. Exhale. Take a deep breath through the right nostril, hold the breath as long as you can, and then exhale to the left nostril. Then, after that, we will go on to the vibrations. Now, bring the awareness to the chest area and mentally visualize the chest is vibrating or the lungs are vibrating with Haim, 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 Haim. It's only a visualization. And there is no correlation with the breath. Forget the breath. Breath is unconscious breathing like it is for you most of the day. Now make the Haim into Haim Nam, Haim Nam, Haim Nam. Now visualize a rising vibration from the middle of the chest going through the body and out of the top of the head. And that vibration feels like home, 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 home. Now we go on to the spinal mantra. So today we will do the slow recording. We do the 7 mantras from the feet and ankle to the knees to the lowermost part of the spine, which is in between the buttocks and the back, and then the lumbar spine, the thoracic spine, the cervical spine in the neck, and then in the back of the head, in the very top, called the Shikha point. The mantra for the feet and neck are the same, that is Aim. Now let us begin from the feet and ankle with mantra Aim, moving to knees where we vibrate Shim, and move on to the base of the spine where we do Jim. Aim, Shim, 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 Jim. Now we move from the base of the spine to the lumbar region, then to the thoracic or the back region of the spine with Jim, Jaim, Haim. So let's go. Jim, Jaim, Haim. 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 Jim, Jaim, Haim.
Jim Jaim Haim, 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 Jim Jaim Haim. Now we move from the thoracic spine to the spine and the neck to the back of the head with Haim, Aim, Om. Let's go. Haim, Aim, Om, 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 Haim, Aim, Om. Now we do all the 7 mantras in sequence, starting from the feet and ankle. Aim, Shim, Jim, Jaim, Haim, Aim, Om. 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 Aim, Shim, Jim, Jime, 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 Haim, Aim, Om.
Now we go on to our usual Bhasrika. Let's begin by exhalation. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 13. Exhale. 14. Exhale. 15. Exhale. 16. Exhale. 17. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 20. Exhale. Take a deep breath through the right nostril, hold the breath, exhale through the left. Let's go on to the next round. Begin exhalation. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 13. Exhale. 14. Exhale. 50. Exhale. 60. Exhale. 70. Exhale. 80. Exhale. 90. Exhale. 20. Exhale. Take a deep breath through the right nostril, hold the breath and exhale through the left. Let's go on to the third round. Let's begin with exhalation. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 30. Exhale. 40. Exhale. 50. Exhale. 60. Exhale. 70. Exhale. 80. Exhale. 90. Exhale. 20. Exhale. Take a deep breath through the right nostril, hold the breath and exhale through the left. Now let's get ready for meditation. Mentally tell yourself, I give up all ideas and concepts and I care about nothing. I let go of everything. I let go of everything. I let go of everything. Mentally visualize. If you have any mantra or preferred meditation technique, you can do that. Otherwise, you can just visualize a rising vibration from behind the lowermost part of the sternum, rising through the body and out of the top of the head. And that feels like Haim Em Om, Haim Em Om, and we will have Om in the background. Mentally affirm to yourself, may I be guided to fulfill the purpose for which I am born. And with that as the thought, become aware of the senses from the top of the head all the way down to the bottom of the feet. Whenever you're ready to open your eyes, raise the palm of your hands and bring it in front of your face and look straight into the palm of your hands when you first open the eyes. Now we go into the next segment of our program for Sunday. First, I will play a video, and after that, it's a 3-minute video, and then after that, we can get on to the other questions and things you may want to ask. Okay, and I'm promoting people who are in here. Okay, so here we go with the video.
The Council for Yoga Accreditation International, or CYAI, is a global forum that recognizes broad applications of yoga philosophy and approaches in all aspects of daily living. To promote the benefits for all of humanity, we are launching a monthly seminar program that is designed to enhance physical, mental, and social health. We begin on the 10th of July 2022. And our very first seminar program will be on metabolic syndrome and healthy lifestyle. And thereafter, we will continue having a seminar on the second Sunday of every month at 10 a.m. Eastern USC time, 6 p.m. in Dubai, 7:30 p.m. in India, and 4 p.m. UK time. For those who are unable to attend, recordings are expected to be available with your membership. We encourage you to become a member with an annual fee of $25. Lifetime membership fee is $250 that qualifies you to participate in such programs. CYAI is also an accreditation and certification organization. While the general world thinks of yoga from a body perspective or body-mind perspective, the real essence of yoga is the integration of body, mind, and spirit. Effectively, yoga is a spiritual practice without any religious connotations. To enable this broader view of yoga that is applicable in every field, CYAI is modeled as a knowledge integrator for global advancement. Accordingly, the accreditation and certification standards are higher and different from general perceptions of yoga standards. And this can be seen in the CYAI bylaws, pages 18, 19, and 20. We welcome yoga teachers, therapists, and those who seek to be trained in yoga to examine our standards and participate in our approach. For more details, please visit cyai.org. We also need the support of the general community for whose benefit we are launching this monthly seminar program. We request all of you to join our membership and share this information with others. For more information, please visit cyai.org. Once on the website, for details on upcoming seminars, click on Program tab and select Events. To register for a seminar, click on Upcoming Events and then click on View Details. This will bring up the program sheet, and you can click on the bottom right-hand corner to register and pay the $25 annual fee. If you have any questions, please feel free to send an email to cyaiorg@gmail.com. Thank you, and we look forward to seeing you at one of our seminars.
So this Council for Yoga Accreditation is a Life in Yoga is part of it, and we are actually the lead members among other yoga institutions. So it is designed whereby we can bring the real understanding of yoga, where the spiritual element and the subtle practices that we do here. And so that's what it is. So I will encourage all of you who are interested to register for that. Okay. So now we are open for any questions, and you can feel free to unmute and speak up.
I have a question, Doctor.
Go ahead.
Okay, what happened to the mantra Haim Im
The Haim Im is specifically for any kind of immunity weakness that you need to address that is coming in the lungs. Now, what has happened is, when the first COVID virus came, it was affecting the lungs. The Omicron variation is only affecting the upper respiratory tract, not the lungs. So we are no longer using it for that reason. But we do find that for some people who are suffering from long COVID and things, it is a useful thing. But it is, we don't use it because it's not specifically relevant at this time. That's all.
Okay, thank you. I
You're
was
welcome.
wondering about
Dr. Rajan, I have a question.
Yeah.
During Ujjay Pranayama, can I recite mantra also? Like hi, om, like that, you know? If I doing Ujjay Pranayama, can I say om or something to that?
Sure. If it makes you feel good, go ahead.
Yeah. And then also Bhasrika Pranayama, what is the advantage of Bhasrika Pranayama?
It energizes you.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Okay. So is there anything else you would like to bring up? You want to have a yogic understanding of any of the Supreme Court decision or anything you want to talk about? You're welcome to ask. You can just unmute and speak.
What is the yogic understanding part is for the Supreme Court decision?
Which one?
The Roe versus Wade, I guess.
I see. See, the thing is, you see, when we look upon everything in life as an unfolding of the cosmic intelligence, our concept of dharma is not to interfere with them, but to flow with it. However, on the other hand, each person has their own intuitive intelligence and their cosmic connectivity. So from my point of view, each person should have their own freedom to exercise. So while I would not encourage anyone to have an abortion, I think it is the lady's privilege to decide whether the person wants it or not, and nobody else should interfere with that lady's decision.
Well, that seems like the view of the minority of the Supreme Court.
What? A minority, exactly. You see, what it is in the Supreme Court, there is a little bit of confusion that right within the Constitution of the United States, the right to liberty and happiness is very much over there. And just because on this particular case, they have not defined it, each individual person should have their own liberty and to deal with it. But whatever it is from our standpoint, each person has to work with their own conscience. Others should not be telling them what to do.
Thank you.
What it should be.
Hmm.
That's why it should be.
Yeah.
That's the way it should be, but that's not the way it worked out.
See, it is very interesting. You see, if you think in terms of the founding of the United States, while of course we know all about the Boston Tea Party and all of the economic elements, one of the elements that was part of the founding of the United States was religious freedom. And that is why you had various kinds of people, whether the Quakers or whether the, Amish people, all of them coming, they wanted their religious freedom. And what is happening is, based upon religious reasoning, to go to make social laws means, then in which case you're very quickly mixing two things. But anyway, that's what it is. But from our perspective, what we do is, things come along, and then if things need to change, the forces will come. We remain as observers, unaffected by everything that happens.
Yeah.
Any questions, anything else related to yoga, any practice, anything?
There is also argument made by a lot of people in the United States that yoga itself is religious practice, because initially it started from India, with major religion is Hindu religion.
That is an incorrect perspective, because yoga in itself does not involve any rituals, religious rituals or anything like that.
That's true.
I agree with you, but we use the word Om a lot, and all those mantras and all those things, which makes people believe that it is related to Hindu religion.
See, but the part is basically the concept of sound vibration is universal. And what many people don't realize is, Om is used by the Buddhist tradition, it is used in the Jain tradition, it is used by Sikhism too. And in fact, I'm going to share a very funny experience with you. And you can understand how people can carry this kind of stupidity to the nth degree. We have a local Gurudwara over here. They wanted to start a yoga session some time back, and actually a few years back. And so they told me, we don't want you to bring all your Hinduism over here. You cannot chant Om over here. Okay? And so I said, fine. But to bring your mind to calmness and to bring it to focus, please chant anything you feel like, and we'll open the session with that. So you know what they did? They said, we will begin with the Mula Mantra of Sikhism. And you know what the Mula Mantra of Sikhism is? I'm sure here somebody knows it. It starts with, exactly, Ek Omkar. They begin with that Ek Omkar, which is the Omkar is the source of everything. That's what they chanted. Okay, they will say Om is everything, but they will not chant Om. How much more stupid can you get? And the thing is, basically, what happens is, Buddhism is a non-theistic tradition. It's a non-theistic religion. And even with all of that, they use Om. Yeah. And so what happens is, it's only vibration. And the interesting part is, each of us over here, actually some of us are working on another document where we are looking at various vibrations and what they mean. You see, if you each of us over here, just chant verbally, Ha. If you do Ha, you will find Ha is affecting the trunk of the body. Try Ha for yourself. See, close your eyes and observe where you feel it. Ha.
Yeah.
Now, by the same token, if you do the sound E, you'll find E will kind of rise from the middle of the body going upward. And now if you do, each of these words have a different kind of vibrations. Now you can think in terms of, if you do the sound I, if you do I versus E will be through the middle of the body or towards the front. I will go along the back of the body, it will rise. Can you sense the difference? I, E. Exactly. Yeah, you can sense the difference. So what happens is, when we work with Haim, Im, Om. What is happening? The Hai, the Her and the I together, it is, the I actually is the one that stimulates the spine. And that is where the energy component is. So, so when we do Haim, Im, Om, the Im is the one that is actually the connector with the gene expression. In other words, it integrates with all our functioning. And Om is the one that is the cosmic connection. So these are things you need to experience for yourself and find for them. The moment you get into a religion, you get into a belief system. Now, I would suggest that for many people, in initial stages of their life, they need to focus somewhere. Perhaps the belief system is helpful for them. But eventually, unless they get rid of all beliefs and simply be true to their own experience, you cannot really rise up in your spiritual experience.
Yeah, people have a tendency to become very narrow focused on their religious beliefs.
Yes.
Like in Buddha, you pointed out the example of Buddhism. Buddha is regarded as a leader for the Buddhist people. Whereas in Hindu religion, Buddha is also realized as a reincarnation of Vishnu. So,
you see, this entire business in the Hindu system of this avatara and all of these things, there is a common perception of misunderstanding. I don't know how many people know what is the real meaning of the word avatar. Ava means to protect. So what happens is, avatara is a person who protects the cosmic flow. So in other words, what happens is, avatara cannot be meant to mean this is the, this is God in human form. The avatara is no more a God in human form as each one of us are. So, or no more or no less, I should say. So the idea that, avatar is something like God, Vishnu, that's a wrong conception. All it means is an avatar person changes the cosmic flow to a significant degree, whereby it gets onto the right track as intended by God's unfolding of creation and the flow. That's all it means.
That's very nice.
thanks.
You're welcome.
I have
Yes,
a question,
Dalpat.
Dr. Rajan.
Sure. Dalpat Bhai has been waving his hand, and then I'll come to you, Preeti.
Okay,
Go ahead.
thanks.
Doctor, I have a long time confusion about the yogi and yoga. Krishna Bhagwan said in the 6th chapter that he said, I can read in Gujarati, yogai tapasya karta tapasvyo karta shrestha se, tahastha જ્ઞાનીઓ શ્રેષ્ઠ મનાયો છે અને સકામ કરનારાઓથી યોગી શ્રેષ્ઠ છે. માટે to Arjun yogi tha. Who is yogi? Can I be a yogi? Are you a yogi? Or Adityanath is MP chief minister is a yogi?
Okay. Now, you read something in, I don't understand Gujarati very well. So I couldn't fully digest what you were reading over there. Can you explain what it says in English?
English, Krishna Bhagwan said, the yogi is better than tapaswati. He is the tapaswati, you say.
A yogi is better than tapasvi, yes.
And Shastra Gnaniyo se bhi yogi are very ahead. And Sakam Karma, who is doing the Sakam Karma, yogi is better than that too, best.
That's right.
The Krishna Bhagwan say, hey Arjun, you can become a yogi instead of all those guys,
Okay, so let me explain what it really means. Yogi is a person who can connect into the cosmic intelligence. And by the way, all of us can connect into cosmic intelligence simply by purifying ourselves, not being affected by things outside. And then mentally, if we let go and seek to connect, it will come. Unless you seek, it will not come. Okay? So yogi literally means, yog means to connect. So yogi is one who is connected into the cosmic intelligence. And a tapasvi is a person who is seeking to purify. A person who is seeking to purify is not a yogi. Okay? And they have not yet reached the level of yoga. They are aspiring to be a yogi. And by the same token, the third one you said, one who is doing actions with intent, intent of, what they consider, I tell a lot of people, if you are a kind of person who wants to do good, the idea that you have to want to do good does not make you anywhere in the path of, you're not a yogi then. The idea is when you do what is true to your soul without thinking whether it is good or bad or helping someone or whatever, once the intent of doing something as me as the doer goes away, that's when you're in the yogi state.
It can be a full yogi or a part yogi. I can do
No. The thing is basically the definition of a yogi is one who is connected into the cosmic intelligence, and as a result of the connection is able to function through this body as an instrument of the cosmic intent. In other words, performing the special actions for which you are born. When we come into this body, we all come with a program to serve the special purpose for which we are born. Normal people are not aware of it, so the mind always comes in the middle, where the mind is trying to analyze this is good, that is bad, and things. Once the mind is no longer involved, but only the cosmic connectivity is there, and your inner guidance tells you this is what you need to do, and you follow that, that's when you're a yogi. And that is why very often I tell people, when you're doing your personal duty, your swadharma, that's what makes you a yogi.
Okay. So we are halfway. I'm halfway or I'm going that way.
Yeah, when you see what happens is, when people, as you said, the Yogi Adityanath or whatever, just because the person wears a saffron robe, that doesn't make the person a yogi. But on the other hand, if the person is working with the connectivity, with the understanding of I'm only an instrument of the cosmic flow, then that person is a yogi. What they wear doesn't make a difference. And in fact, whether they are married or single makes no difference. In fact, that is why even within the story of Ramayana, the king Janaka is considered a yogi.
Yeah. So many yogis. So we have to connect with our inner self as connect to the cosmic energy.
Exactly.
Okay. Got it. Thank you.
So Preeti, please go ahead. You can speak up.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. So your that Haim Nam mantra for the hands works very well. Do you have any other mantra for other parts of body, or should we use Marma points or what to prevent? That works very well. It just gives right away. It gives relief.
I know. See, what it is the practices we do over here. I have tuned it with respect to this population that we have self-selected over here. That is the people who are a little bit on the senior side. That is people who are 50, 60 plus, people who are over here. Because the aging degeneration that comes in the body, how can you work it in a way where the impact of that is minimal? So that is why we bring all of these in. And most people as they age, the arthritic hands and all of that, that's why we do it. Now, when you ask a question, are there other mantras? Well, depending upon what is needed for each purpose, yes. Because each part of the body vibrates in its own frequency. And if we can identify the frequency, we can work with it. Actually, we have a scientist. Actually, he is based out of Switzerland. And they have a branch here in Baltimore, where what they do is, for each type of illness, they have tuning forks, whereby they use the vibration for this thing. Now, of course, the key part is, you see, if you have to use tuning forks, then you have to go and get all of those and how to make the sound and all of that. And here, if you know the mantra does the same thing.
Right.
Okay, essentially all of existence is this thing. So if there is a particular need for something, yes, we will find the, and if the cosmic connection reveals it, we'll find the mantra. But on the other hand, if a person, if there is, no particular reason, here we have only kept those that will be useful for a person, given the kind of people who are coming over here on a daily basis.
Okay, but then how about, like, should we use Marma points or something to just like a preventive, and we just prevent other things? Like, that's what my question.
See, the thing is, these Marma points are very interesting points. Do you know the origin of Marma points?
No.
Okay. So let me explain the origins of Marma points so that you can understand how to deal with it. The Marma points are described in Sushruta Samhita. The Sushruta Samhita is the surgery manual of ancient Ayurveda.
Oh, yeah, I think it says not to cut through those points because that can cause problems. Right?
That is correct.
Yes, okay.
And so there are 107 Marma points, and the Marma points have an interesting property. If you do external pressure on it, it will immediately react. Now, if you put excess pressure on it, it can do damage to your body.
Okay.
Actually, the body, mind, everything. So the thing is basically when Marma points are worked, they have to be worked with a very great care. Now, it is my belief and sense from what I have experienced, while there are 107 Marma points, there are close to 5,000 acupuncture points. Whereas acupuncture points can be accessed only through needles by poking in. They are internal. And the Marma points may correspond to some of the acupuncture points, but they are available from the surface.
Okay. So like acupressure points, you mean, like something like acupressure points?
Acupressure points fall in an entirely different category.
Oh, so it's not Marma points. Okay.
No.
All right. Okay.
It is very interesting for me. I was very, very curious when I saw, there is the very famous book by a legend called, what Vora is he? Some of you may have read the book, A Health in Your Hands, by a person called Vora. Anyway, so you have seen, there is one of that. Then, of course, there is one from by another school that is teaching it, and then there is the Korean one that is called Sujog, right? Now, if you look at all of them, each of them have a slight differences. Like, they'll say one point is here, the other is there, and everywhere else. Okay? And then what happens is, I have found all these healers who work with it. If they come and press the point, some healers will produce remarkable results. Others will produce very weak or no results. Any of you had the experience where somebody pressed the points on your hand and you found relief? At some point you might have found relief. Now what it is I came to the conclusion, it is not the point as much as the power of your intention.
So like hold a mudra or something, hand mudra or something like that. Is that what?
No, mudras are different.
Mudras, just intention, just to send the energy to the place where you want to heal.
Exactly.
Okay.
And the thing is basically, by focusing on hand or different points, they help you to make it more focused.
Okay.
And so it is the power of intention that is working rather than a point by itself.
Okay.
Dr. Narayan,
thank you.
Dr.
Yes.
Rajan, you mentioned earlier that there are different mantras for different parts of the body.
Yes.
Is there a compilation somewhere of that list of those?
It is not, as far as I know, it has not been published in any ancient literature or anything like that. But I have compiled it where for our training this thing, I have a map of the human body for each part, what the mantras are, we have written it. And what I do is I test to make sure how it works.
Okay.
And only after that. So for many parts of the body, like the ear, the hand and leg, the liver, each organ, we have mapped different mantras. Yes.
Okay. So that is
So,
not,
Dr. Rajan, this book is not good.
privileged knowledge.
See, what it is until it is tested and verified, we cannot make a claim.
I agree. Thank you.
So, coming from the background where we come from, scientific background, we can't really go ahead and, without testing.
Yeah.
Yeah, the intention is not to hide the knowledge. The intention is that it can be shared only when it has been tested and validated.
It's only hypothesis at this stage, not a proven theory.
Yeah. So the thing is, for instance, in the case of Parkinson's disease, we have come to the conclusion we can heal Parkinson's disease. Okay. And the thing is, basically, there are 3 different mantra combinations, but for each person it will be different based upon the nature of their, their constitution and how they work. Okay. But I'm convinced we can do that. And I've seen the results in a handful of cases. And what happens is there are, there is one segment like Mr. Krishnamurti's brother-in-law is a bad example. This is a person I would never want to deal with. The only reason I did was because Mr. Krishnamurti's wife wanted to do that. This person is going to go nowhere because he really doesn't believe in it. And there's always an excuse. So for a person, unless the person has conviction, nothing is going to work.
Absolutely. That is true for even medications. TLC, or when you believe in it, works better than when you don't believe in it.
Exactly.
See, Dr. Rajan, this book, Health in Your Hands, I have these books, volume 1 and 2, but it's not good.
Well, if it works for you, it is good for you.
I don't know. It's not work. It has not worked so far,
Fine. So the thing is, that's why I'm telling you, it's the power of intention that makes it work.
Yeah.
And the power of intention can project itself differently for different people. Only when your communication channels are clear, it can project. If your communication channels are not clear, it will not project. And for you, it's not going to work, Virendraji, it's not going to work for you at this time.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
And that is how the placebos work, because placebos have it.
Placebo will work only for people whose nadis are clear enough there where their intention can be projected.
I was going to say one thing, Dr. Rajan.
Yes.
You said Parkinson, there are 3 different mantras which can work for Parkinson. And Parkinson is a very common neurological problem in elderly people.
So anybody whom you know who has the problem, refer them, but provided they have faith and people who have belief. One of the things that we don't like to do is we don't like to reach out to them.
Yeah.
We want people to reach to us. Because unless they are convinced and they want to take the step forward, we don't want them coming.
What I was saying was that you said there are 3 mantras, some work with one, other or another.
Yes.
We tried all the 3 on everybody, then one or the other will work.
But we know which one will work. What happens is the 3 dimensionalities are, while the common dimensionality is the problem that has happened in the back of the lower brain side, which is what is creating the motor related nerve problem. We need to stimulate that area. That stimulation is easy, but stimulation itself doesn't solve the problem. It has to be stimulated and integrated with the system. Now, different people, based upon how they are made, one type of people need stimulation with their gene expression and their overall cardiorespiratory function. So for them, the second mantra that gets added on with it, it's a 2 syllables. The second syllable that gets added on is to integrate with the gene expression and the cardiorespiratory function. For people for whom vitality is weak and the spine needs a boost, that will be the second one. It will be a different one. Whereas for people for whom the immune system is the one which is the source of the weakness, we have another. So that way what happens is we work with the combination relative to where the weakness is for the person, besides the brain-related degeneration, the neurological degeneration. That's how we can make it work.
Thank you very much for the clarification, Dr. Rajan.
Yes. Any other questions?
Yeah, so the spinal mantra that we do here, that won't work on to prevent these things?
No, it won't.
What is the spinal mantra for?
No, I think Gwen Martinson was going to say something. Please go ahead.
Yes, my physician found that I have a very small separation in my vocal cords, which causes my my voice to either break up or it doesn't come out. And I wondered whether there's something that could be helpful for that. I had thought maybe the chakra vibrations would help, but I have not seen an improvement, even though I do them fairly regularly.
This is what you need to do for that. You need to, without doing anything vocal, internally, you need to use the sound hum. So it is like mentally you're doing hum, 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 but you're not saying it. It's not vocal, it's not the sound. That will take care of it. You see, what it is your vocal cords were not like this all the time. When you were much younger, it was quite okay. But through the aging process, it has worn off a little bit. So to re-energize it, it means there needs to be more blood and things flowing over there that re-energize it. So if you just do mentally hum, 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 it will come. What you can do is, I'll ask you to test yourself in the following way. That is, if you have any objective way to test how your voice sound, you can do a recording of it, say the same words or something. And then for a period of about half an hour or 1 hour, just sit quietly and mentally do hum, hum, hum. And when you come out of it, go and do the same voice test. So what will happen is, if anything is working, it will give you, there will be a transient impact that will show it is working, but it will not stay with you. So immediately after that, it should feel better. But then another 10 minutes later, your voice will be back to where it was. But what happens is, as you keep doing this regularly, like, usually depending upon how much time and the normal daily routine of the person, we tell the person to fit it within their routine, but you have to do it regularly about the same time every day. It doesn't matter whether you do it once, twice, or 5 times a day, but whatever you do, you need to keep that consistency. If a person does 1 time a day, the results will fruition over a longer period where they become stable. If a person does this 5 times a day, the results will come very fast. If the person does twice or thrice a day, it'll be, in between the two. So the frequency of how much you can do will impact the speed. But on the other hand, if you do 1 day once, another day 5 times, it won't have any impact. It needs to be consistent day after day about the same time.
Okay. And for about how long each time?
Each time, your convenience. In other words, keep a minimum of 10 minutes. But if you can do it for half an hour, if you can do it for 1 hour, longer you do, it will have bigger impact. But again, according to what you can keep consistency with, based upon what your abilities are. Like, for example, when children are, have ADHD and, hyperactivity, they are unable to be calm. And if we use mantra, for children, if we ask them to sit for 20 minutes of meditation, they'll never do that. And in fact, what happens is 5 to 10 minutes is about as much as they can take. And that 5 to 10 minutes is a good place to begin. But as they do it over a period of time, they calm down. Then they can do a little longer, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. In fact, for one child who came, basically the instruction was that each year you increase it by 2 minutes. So for the first year you do so much, next year you add 2 more minutes, and next year you add 2 more minutes, kind of thing. So that's how you work within your capacity of what you can do.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. So we are out of time. So namaste, everyone. We'll see you all tomorrow.